The woman was cutting vegetables without the slightest awareness that there was a slug inside. The slug was chopped right into the vegetables. Completely unaware, she made the vegetables into a salad and served it to her husband. Little did she know that this ordinary salad would bring about terrible consequences. The next morning, the man suddenly felt a sharp pain in his stomach, but he thought it was just his stomach problem acting up, so he took 2 pills and went to work. However, just as Jack was meeting with clients, his stomach was struck by another wave of intense pain. Left with no choice, he had to go to the bathroom to compose himself. But just after Jack finished washing his face, he noticed his nose was bleeding. The man thought it was just from internal heat and didn't pay it much attention, so Jack wiped away the blood and returned to the dining table. But just as he lifted his wine glass to take a drink, his nose started bleeding again. Immediately after, Jack collapsed to the floor in agony and lost his life. The next second, countless slugs crawled out of Jack's body. Everyone in the restaurant was horrified by this terrifying scene. Unbeknownst to them, the entire city had already been surrounded by slugs. Meanwhile, a slug had crawled into another man's glove. Completely unaware, he put the glove on his hand. But the next second, intense pain shot through the man's hand. The man felt like something had bitten him. He tried to take off the glove, but found he couldn't remove it no matter what. The glove was stuck tight to his palm, so the man slammed his hand hard against the table. But this method still had no effect whatsoever. Before long, the man collapsed to the floor in agony. He immediately cried out for help, hoping to get his wife's attention, but the woman was too busy with housework and didn't hear her husband's cries for help. To avoid being disturbed, she had even turned the radio up to maximum volume. At this moment, the man felt utterly desperate. He could only grab a nearby axe and chop off his own hand. The man's heart-wrenching screams finally caught his wife's attention. The woman was instantly horrified when she saw this scene. She rushed to her husband's side to try to save him, but the electrical cord accidentally touched the gasoline on the floor. The next second,